Well, thankfully, the warm weather is here, but that also means that the mosquitoes are here. I'm pleased to be joined today by our dear friend, Kyle Schutt. Kyle is an insect management technician with the Schuylkill Conservation District. Kyle, it's mosquito season, isn't it?
Yep, we're right in the middle of it, Lisa. Thanks for having me on again. I'll try to provide a little bit of info for the public on how they can get through this mosquito season.
So now, I guess, first of all, let's try to prevent them. What can we do so that we don't have mosquitoes around our house?
Sure. The biggest thing you can do around your own property is to remove any standing water that you might have. So anything like tarps, buckets, bird baths, anything that'll collect water and hold it for about 3 to 5 days can produce mosquitoes. So we recommend, dumping those out or drilling holes in the bottom of buckets, if they're just junky ones. And then you can also flush your bird baths every 3 days, and that'll remove any mosquito larvae that's in there. Another thing that you can do is try to clean up some of the vegetation around your property. So if you got a lot of weeds, a lot of things with dense leaves, trying to trim those out a little or remove them can actually help get rid of resting habitat for the mosquitoes. So that can help, reduce some numbers around your property.
Good advice. Now, you are out spraying in problem areas, correct?
Yep. So we didn't do our first spray of the year yet, but I anticipate that coming up soon. We're pretty much in full force of our season right now. So we're running our max amount of traps. We're checking, every corner of Schuylkill County. And if anything would pop up, we're ready to go with all the spray equipment. And luckily, so far, we haven't seen any positive samples of West Nile virus. But usually, this late June, early July time is when we would, first see it pop up.
Wow. And if people have a problem area, they can actually contact their conservation district about it.
Sure. Yep. So if you're in Schuylkill County, you can reach out to us at the Schuylkill Conservation District. If you do have a mosquito problem, and we can get out there and see how we can best help you. If you're outside of Schuylkill County, you can reach out to your local conservation district. There are a lot of counties that do have local programs. And if your county would happen to not have one, that would get directed to DEP's mosquito program, and someone would get in contact with you to try to help alleviate the problem.
Are there any other kind of bugs or gnats that we should be wary of right now as well?
I do know that DEP also has a black fly program, so the gnats, so they're out working with that right now to keep those down. And, just the normal biting flies, everything just seems to be out this time of year. Everything looks to be taking a blood meal, especially the ticks too. They're also out, but just, wearing the long sleeves, long pants, if you can bear it on a hot day, or, making sure, like I said, you have that bug spray on, can all help reduce your chances, of getting bit by one of these nasty things this summer.
Is this a bad year so far, a good year, or too soon to tell?
For the mosquitoes, it seems to be about right on average as far as the numbers we're getting. Recently, it's been a little dry, with the exception, of a couple thunderstorms we just had, but that helps reduce mosquito numbers. So if we're not getting that cycle where we have, thunderstorms every other night, and we get a lot of standing water just out in the woods and everything like that, that helps also keep the mosquito population down. So if we just have a nice even year for rain, a nice normal summer, usually the mosquitoes aren't terrible. It's when we get those thunderstorms, those tropical storms that come through and leave standing water everywhere is when we really have the problems.
Wow. And mosquito season, unfortunately, till the fall, right?
Yeah, we usually see them out in full force until the end of September. September, we usually still have those warm days, and sometimes it can even trickle into early October if we're unlucky. So we'll hope that this year it cools off early, knocks the mosquitoes back, and we can get right into fall.
Well, I'm hoping for warm weather, but that the mosquitoes will go away. So I guess I want my cake and eat it too. But thanks so much, Kyle, for giving us all this great information. Very important so that we can stay safe and bug-free when we're out in the warm weather. Thanks so much.
Yep. Thank you, Lisa.